Hello, Tarot family. It has been a long time since I pulled cards. As I mentioned in my last live, I was getting a puppy. I have now gotten a puppy. She is a golden retriever. Her name is Luna. She's now going to be 12 weeks old on Saturday. And because she is a baby, she does require a lot of attention. And she gets into everything. So I'm right now, she's sleeping at my feet. So I'm hoping I can pull some cards for you, get myself back into the swing. This is going to just be a general reading for anybody that cares to watch this video. And it is for the collective. Like, what do we need to know at this time? I am also going to pull some cards from this other Oracle deck, Archangel Oracle deck, and see where it takes us. So I'm just looking at overall general energies. I am recording this on November the 20th. As of yesterday, Pluto has now gone into the sign of Aquarius, out of the sign of Capricorn, which is good. We will be bringing in the Aquarian age here. It's going to take us a little while to get that Pluto to actually transition. And once it really moves into the sign of Aquarius, it's going to be in that sign for about 20 years, right? So it's really good. Okay, so overall energies, what do we need to know? What do we need to look at? And what can be helpful on our path at this time? Okay, so we're starting out with us. We have some sadness going on. That makes sense to me. King of Cups is coming in as to our current outcome, past position, present situation that is kind of gapping the two. What's coming towards us? Our clarifiers. Okay. Interesting cards. So we do have two major arcanas, but we start off with us. And it makes sense to me that that Three of Swords would come up because the Three of Swords is typically my card of heartache and loss, or there is a sadness associated with this card. So here in the US, we just went through our election process. There was a lot of information that was being released prior to, around the election process, and we still do not have all of our election tabulated. However, it has been decided that Donald Trump is the presidential nominee. He is presidentially elect, excuse me. Um, and I know that a lot of people are hurting because of that, right? So you've got those two sides of the coin. Those of us who would have tried to keep our neutrality, keep our emotions out of it, right? But now we are now in a process where I really feel as though we really need to help people bridge that gap. We really do need to work together as a team. And of course, this all starts here in the US. And we will see when Donald Trump actually is um, sworn in as the next president-elect, number 47, as to how all that is going to unfold for us. We still have about 60 days until that happens. So if you do have people around you that are having, Trump derangement syndrome, or people that are just really depressed about it, my guidance would be do the right thing in your heart and try to be as mindful as you possibly can, and realize that there are a lot of people that are suffering, okay? And there's a lot of sadness associated with that. However, if we're looking at the current circumstances with this King of Cups, now my kings are always about gaining knowledge, and our cups are about our emotions, how we feel about things. Now, the King of Cups can represent Cancer, Scorpio, and our Pisces signs. We are currently still in Scorpio, I think, season, or we might be transitioning out here pretty quick. I haven't really checked that transition date, but we have been moving through that Scorpio season. Now, the thing about this king is he is the king of emotional intelligence. So he's really asking us to be very mindful, right? Doesn't matter if you're a female or a male watching this video. This is really saying that you need to be in control of your emotions and you need to be aware that other people may be out of control of their emotions, right? And it really behooves you if you can allow yourself, even though we are in this very turbulent waters right now at this time, is to keep your peace, to keep your center, to allow yourself to work through your wisdom, through your knowledge, to be helpful to others. Now, our past position here is that Six of Swords. The Six of Swords for me, as you can see, is this woman and this child are leaving everything they have behind. They are coming from a turbulent past. They are just trusting that where they are going is going to be better than where they came from. And it's kind of that same idea with this election process. Donald Trump has promised the sun, moon, and stars for us. He really wants to take us into the golden age, whatever that represents for him. And I really do feel as though we just have to kind of trust his guidance. There isn't much that we can do. He's now, you know, he is now selecting all of his cabinet and all of his administration and all of that. So you and I are kind of like the child and the woman here, going towards a safer, calmer circumstance. Now, it doesn't mean that we are not going to see turbulence. We might. We really don't know. It's not really showing up here, but at the same time, it does show that when we need it the most, that help is going to come and help us, right? And this is unexpected help that we weren't expecting, which makes sense, right? Duh. But at the same time, she is traveling, as you can see, from choppy waters to clearer waters. Now, the thing that is in our present situation is this Lover's card. The interesting thing about the Lover's card is because of the way that I've phrased my question, it really isn't about lovers themselves. What I'm really asking about here and what this can represent is it can also represent um, the government. It can represent that gap between the two. It is that energy of partnerships and that energy of duality, right? It's also about creating healthy boundaries. These are about agreements being made at this time. And so I feel as though we are making good progress. There is an oversoul here of this archangel or this angel being. I think it's Gabriel. I'm not sure which angel this is, but what it's really saying is that, we are really going to have to start shaking some hands and we are going to have to help one another through through this next troubling times, because I feel as though there's still a lot that can happen between now and the inauguration of Donald Trump stepping into office. And, right now we have a lot of escalation around the planet in terms of many other countries that are, with the Ukraine situation and all of that. So really what this is really asking us to do is just to really ground, really be centered, really come from that loving space. If you can resonate with love, if you can recognize that we are all in this, um, in this situation together. Some of us are further along and some of us are, more behind. So just use your heart space, use that energy of that lovers, and really try to do your very best to help bridge the gap between those of us with the knowledge of what's happening and those that are just coming in to some of the things that are being revealed to us. Now, as we look at future situations, the death card is our next card. And actually, it is a perfect card for now. The reason why I say that is because the death card is also representing that Pluto transition out of Capricorn, which was a very tumultuous kind of an energy for our Pluto. And now it's moving into Aquarius. Now, Aquarius is actually an air sign, right? But it is also associated with that water as well. Aquarius will bring in a lot more balance and a lot more power, a lot more sovereignty. It's really going to really change a lot of things, not only for us, but across the world, to be honest with you. The death card, of course, represents the symbolic death, transformation, a rebirth. Right. And you can see that the king is laying underneath the death rider here. So the king is now dead. We are moving towards a new type of republic, right? We have the Pope there that is asking and giving blessings to the Death Rider. And then we have this child that wants to give the Death Rider this bouquet of flowers because children are able to assimilate energy and situations of change much more easily than we are. You can also see that the sun is now starting to rise on this card. The sun for us represents joy and nurturing, healing after difficulty. The sun is typically my yes card, but it does represent that good things are coming. This is actually a very positive card in this position. Now, the other thing that is coming in is that Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is actually my clarifier for my death card. There will be celebrations coming in. Donald Trump has also mentioned that he would like to do a 250-year kind of a jubilee or kind of a golden jubilee of some kind that's coming up in the next couple of years. So I do feel as though once we get over some of these hurdles and some of these humps, I do think that a lot of change will be coming in. We will have celebrations. And it's just really saying that there is a really creative time coming towards us. We will all be raising our cups. So there is parts of celebration. And then the last card to come in as that clarifier there is that Six of Wands. Six of Wands, the guy is up on his horse. Now, this typically would be like a military type of a situation. The guy went out and is come back victorious. This is my victory card. This is my card of celebrations. This is my card of persevering. We are overcoming all these obstacles, and it is all in our favor. We will be able to bring in a lot more inspiration, creativity, passion, motivation, and our intuition. I have personally really struggled this past month. Because of all the difficulties and all the energy changes. I am an empath as well as an intuitive. So a lot of the energy happening for me has been very difficult. But I have felt a shift within the past couple of days. And today I feel amazing. I'm feeling positive. I'm feeling up. And I'm really excited about it. So that's kind of our outlook right now. We are making some positive changes here and some positive things are happening for us. Now, again, the message has really been, that for those people who are really struggling, to be mindful of them and to help them if you can. And just recognize that even though many of us went through a period where we lost family and friends because of our, conspiracy theorists type of energies, it turned out that many of those conspiracy theories were actually true. A lot more information will be coming out, and so it's really asking you to ground, stay in your heart, try to stay in that space as much as you possibly can. And then the last thing Spirit's telling me is just you just need to keep your vibration high. Keep your vibration high by doing the work. Keep doing your research and educating yourself. Listen to your intuition. Stay grounded and focused. Take aligned action. Make sure that you're holding the frequency of love, facing and integrate your shadow, and stepping into your highest potential. Okay? So I have shuffled these cards. I'm just going to go ahead and pull a card or two here. You can see I'm going to shuffle them again so you don't think that I have stacked the deck in any way. What other parting messages does Spirit have for us at this time, please? What do we need to know for our highest and best outcome? Okay, so let's do this. Split the deck. And here we go. I'm going to do 2 cards. Open your heart. Woo! All right. So your first card says make a decision. Are you choosing to prioritize yourself or another in your situation? Accept divine guidance, pointing you towards your own joy because you deserve it. Now, what I love about the card, this is my Archangel Michael deck. And if you notice that the heart is in one part of the scale and the feather is in another part of the scale, I believe that is a biblical quote. And you want them both to be equal. So make sure that you are following your own joy, whatever that is. And then the second card coming in is open your heart. No one is perfect, so stop judging yourself and others and let love heal this situation. Okay, so that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for those of you who have tuned in. I hope to be able to pull cards for you daily. It might only be a single read like this until I can work out a schedule with my puppy. And until next time, I wish you all a lot of happiness and joy. I hope you can resonate in that energy of love. And thanks so much for watching. Cheers.